It's Sunday night. Thanks for being with us here. We've got the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now here's Johnson. Drops in the three. This should be a real chess match tonight, Grant. These teams both love to get set up and run their plays.
Yeah, you know, B.A., you got two patient teams who execute on exactly what their coaches drawn up for them. Trusting in ball movement to find their shots is the key.
Clock at 6. They swipe it. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, this is how powerful Davis is. Awesome at capitalizing with the dunk.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Look out below.
You got no chance of defending him right there. Johnson for 3. And it's New York with a rebound.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Now Brunson. And Towns slams it home.
What a powerful dunk by Towns. Showing the rim no mercy.
Here's Davis. Misses the baby hook. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Now here's Brunson. Here's Towns. And it's blocked by Davis. Johnson with it. Towns covering. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 5 now.
And that's what you get with Johnson. He is always hunting for good looks.
Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department. He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
New York shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Well, the thing about Towns, he's talented and he's flexible. You want him to be your #1 option? Great. If you want him to play a supporting role, he's okay with that. So you can put him in any lineup.
So it's the Knicks now, following that last three-pointer by Denver. Pass to Anunoby, to the middle. Anthony outside. Jacks up a 3. Now here's Anunoby. 6 to shoot. Now Towns. Outside Brunson. Second shot opportunity. Rebound, Anthony Davis. The Nuggets lead by 3. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. I asked him how they prepared for this matchup against Anthony Davis, and Coach responded saying, you have to prepare for his impact on both ends. Offensively, he's terrific around the rim and pretty much unguardable when his jumper is falling. And defensively, he does it all. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. For the Knicks. A minute 35 left in the first quarter. Pass to Shaman. Outside McBride. Drives to the hoop. Here's Shaman. Screen by Robinson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a big finish by Robinson.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Davis. Back to Johnson. Pass to Watson. Johnson inside. He's got 7. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5. Knicks trail by 5. Now it's Hart. Defended by Watson. And here's Robinson. Back to Hart. Screen by Robinson. to the paint. And it's blocked by Davis.
Well, if Anthony Davis is protecting the rim, you might want to go somewhere else.
Robinson with a steal. Here's Hart. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Johnson. Davis a screen. It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Well, it cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so it's Denver closing out this quarter with us. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what you've seen from the Nuggets, what's your take so far?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Pass to Shaman. And stolen by Brown. Here's Porter. Good work defensively by Robinson.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Clarkson outside. Down low. Downs for three. Rebounded by Johnson.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Driving to the basket. Outside Reed. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, showing off his power. Reed gave the dunk everything he had.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Stan, you look at Naz Reid, he gives you some size, but he is a dangerous scorer, especially from the perimeter.
Absolutely, B.A. And also, Reid is one of the most entertaining players to watch. So many deflections, blocks, dunks, hits threes. He does it all.
Here's Bibby. Back to Reid. There's the three. The Knicks with the rebound.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
You got to bring more fire than that to stop Clarkson. He's a pro at fending off tight defense.
Here's Bibby. The Knicks making their last shot. Here's Brown. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. New York working the ball around now. Back to Robinson. Pass to McBride. Now here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
Brown's shot is good. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Guys?
They are relentless. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. It's Shamet on the wing. Screened by Robinson. And the basket by Shamet. Shamet's gotten his first basket of the night. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, B.A., you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
Robinson. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Robinson's got 6.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Well, Brown enjoys making trouble for the D. gets assertive inside, knowing it can get him fouled.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And, of course, taking it inside, always a great game plan. And I'm curious if there'll be an adjustment from the defensive end. Maybe sag off some shooters a little.
Now here's Brown. 9 points in the game. Outside for Porter. Here's the three. And again, it's Denver missing. Knicks trail by 10. Pass to Anthony. The three is up. Denver grabs the miss. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
The last pick of the first round in 2019, Porter Jr. plays with a chip on his shoulder. I love the competitive attitude.
Outside Porter. Reed sets a screen. And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. Back to the game after this break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Now here's Anthony. No made baskets yet. The shot off that time. On the wing, Davis. Back to Johnson. And stolen by Brunson. Pass to Anthony. Towns on a screen. Releases. Good work defensively by Gordon.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Now here's Johnson. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. To the inside, Davis.
And the length is hard to contend with. Davis using all of it for the putback points there.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, if you're going to let him get that close to the rim, that's what's going to happen. Leaving no room for error with the slam.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 11. Screen by Gordon. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 13 now.
Yeah, and it's been the Trey Johnson show all game long, scoring a bunch of buckets.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Takes the three. Anthony grabs the board. Knicks trail by 13. Pass to Anunoby. Outside Brunson. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Anthony Davis, and he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Yeah, what you love about Anunoby is his toughness and work ethic. When he's out there, he's going to play hard every second.
From deep, Johnson. They get it again. Outside Watson. Puts up a three. Fires in the triple. 6 points for him.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Bridges. Gets to see a basket. Sends it home from three-point land.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
A good look from Johnson. Again, Denver scores.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Back to Brunson. Towns outside. Pass to Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Here's Johnson, and it's New York with a rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Here's the pick. Back to Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. Towns for 3. Watson with a rebound. The Nuggets lead by 10. And Davis slams it home.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Stolen by Davis. Outside Johnson. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Can drop the tough three-pointer.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Pass to Anthony. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Robinson. He has 6. And he banks in the layup. Robinson's got 8.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Here's Brown. It's good. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Robinson. And so it's Denver, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They're getting quality looks.
The Nuggets, 41.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Porter. Pass to Bibby. There's the screen by Johnson. Outside Brown. Here's Reed. Robinson defending. 5 to shoot. Here's Brown. The Knicks pull it in. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them to the paint. Here's Robinson.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Brown with it. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, Christian Brown is a fearless competitor. He doesn't back down from getting hit on the way up.
And Brown drops them both. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. A 12-point game. Outside McBride to the middle. And a big finish by Robinson.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Johnson. Robinson with the block. Towns, right side. Pass to Brunson. The three-pointer is down. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, a dead-eye shooter. Don't expect Brunson to miss many of those.
Davis a screen. Gordon outside. Back to Johnson. Down low. Anthony Davis packs it down.
Excellent movement on the play. The pass on time and on point.
And here's Brunson. Towns into the lane. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Here in the second half, their offense has been strong. Great ball movement, really working well for clean looks.
Outside Gordon. From deep. Towns ripped down the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
It's good!
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Now Davis. Oh, nice setup for the slam!
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Mike Brown was just reviewing the plan with his team. He seems pretty disappointed with the three-point shooting, telling his crew we have to start making more outside shots. I want to see more threes out there. Let's get aggressive. Coach is hoping some big production can make a splash for them.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
Johnson! Misses the three!
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Now Anthony. Towns on a screen. He launches. Keeps it alive. The Nuggets lead by 7. Now Davis. Outside Johnson. Here's Davis. Shot clock at 6. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Anunoby. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Oh, important points from Anunoby, and his team needed that.
And so they foul intentionally.
New York foul. Jalen Brunson. First personal foul.
13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Johnson fires. Anthony pulls it down. They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Anunoby. It's picked off. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that increases the lead to 6. Now a timeout called by New York. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
They need to answer fast.
Yeah, and if they can get a decent look from 3, that's the shot to take. Not a lot of time to work with.
Yes, sir, with the 3.
Well, this is why you go to Towns in the clutch. That is big time.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 5-point game.
Great composure there. Calmly knocks them down to put this game out of reach.
Answering the defense's challenge, Anunoby attacks and draws the foul.
Both free throws good from Anunoby. Here's Johnson. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Good on the first. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game. Count it!
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And now they foul and stop the clock. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Oh, he picked him clean. So a close game sees Denver taking this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
It's a Western Conference battle at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis as the Grizzlies look to work the home court advantage. A time-honored tradition, the NBA on 2K Sports, Sunday night hoops action. Delighted to have all of you with us here tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And, of course, Anthony Davis. And it's our first glimpse of him, looking good in his new Nuggets jersey.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
And Watson slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
Here's Wallace. Denver getting their last shot to go. Johnson outside. Pass to Watson. Davis down low. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. The Grizzlies off to a slow start. Looking for the first basket of the game. They need this. Out to Morant. Back to Turner. 5 to shoot. And Turner throws it down.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
And even 3-on-3 break. Look from Wallace. And the shot falls short this time.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
Now here's Davis. Lets it go with the 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Pass to Jackson. Takes a 3. Hands it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Grizzlies making a switch here. 1:58 left in the first. Davis looking for an opening. Johnson outside. Clock at 6. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Now here's Morant. No scoring in this one. And finished off by Morant.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
Johnson gets the bucket.
In that pick and roll action, one thing was on Trey Johnson's mind. Let me get a bucket.
Jackson from long range. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Denver. Down low. Here's Davis. And Odom pulls it down.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
That puts them in the lead.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
And then Johnson with the jam.
And this is how lethal Johnson can be on the attack. When he gets a lane, this young man's locked in on the rim.
Pass to Jackson. driving to the basket. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies out in front. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
Bibby with the buckets. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling travel that didn't happen.
Okogie misses. Denver in the lead. Here's Bibby. Pass to Reed. Uncovered. It's rebounded by Memphis. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Memphis with the ball. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Back to Jackson. Pass to Shepard. The tray. Reed with the rebound. Here's Porter. From down in the low post. It goes.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Jackson gets the bucket.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Denver?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, Kevin. Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Shepard. And finished off by Shepard.
And Shepard is a solid decision maker. If there's an opening, he's going to take it.
And taken away by Wallace. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries. Here's Bibby. Johnson the screen. And there's the drive. Bibby misses.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
To the paint. Here's Turner. And that one, good. Turner's got the lead up to 1 now for Memphis.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot. Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Offline with his 3. .144 left in the first half of the game. Back to Bibby. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:38 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And Reed throws it down.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Shepard. Misses the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Good work there as it goes. And it's a 5-point Denver lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
As to Jackson. Here's Wallace. Oh, good with the triple.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Johnson the screen. He takes it in. Bibby with the bucket. Bibby's got 8 here in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. There's Jackson with the three. Reed with the rebound. Brown with it. He's got 5. For 3. That one doesn't go. And so it's Denver bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back to the action in just a minute. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. The Nuggets leading by 7. Watson the screen. Here's Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Whenever he gets the ball, Johnson wants to score, and that compromises the defender.
2 shots.
So Johnson hits 2 of them.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Turner for 3. Rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Outside for Davis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Morant looking around. Jackson in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Nuggets leading by 9. Johnson outside. Bryant to the hoop. Watson for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Watson's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
Something you'd like to see more of from Johnson. The rookie can't do it all on his own out there.
And another miss by Memphis.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
A steal. And now, in transition is Wallace. Here we go.
Yeah, we know Morant can put up tons of points, but Ja is at his best when he's also involving others.
Pass to Watson. Back to Johnson. Watson the screen. Al Bell. Johnson outside. Driving in. Davis has the open look. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And if you try to block his shot, you risk getting posterized because he is good at using that height to his advantage.
Richard the dynamic Ja Morant. He is an absolute fan and broadcaster favorite.
I'm trying to think of a more exciting player than Ja Morant, and I'm coming up short. Ja doesn't just make plays, he makes memories.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Davis. Lamar Odom pulls it in. The Grizzlies trailed by 8. Morant off the bounce, and Morant throws it down.
When Morant drives, it's just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Shepard. No good from outside. The Nuggets leading by 8. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Outside, Reed. Now Bibby. 8 points for him. Reed misses.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Here's Morant. Back to Jackson. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Denver calls timeout. The Nuggets leading by 8. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Picked by Reed. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Lamar Odom picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Jackson with the screen. Shepard, that's good.
Lethal from deep. Shepard will hurt you from there.
And here are the Nuggets now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Outside, Reed. That's good. And it's Bibby with the assist that time. Reed's got 5.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Here we go. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Denver calls timeout. Grizzlies making a switch here. 9 seconds left to play in the third. Johnson the screen. That will count. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Nuggets lead by 5. And we're 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. Outside Jackson. Fires for 3. And Davis pulls it down. And here are the Nuggets now. Watson the screen. The 3 from Johnson. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here's Morant. Pass to Jackson. Inside. Here's Turner. And Turner throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Turner with the screen. Jackson in the corner. To the inside. Here's Turner. Outside for Jackson. 3 on the clock. Shot's good by Turner.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Johnson outside. Launches a 3. Again, Johnson missing. Memphis trailing here. Jackson with the screen. Morant drives in. Here's Jackson. Turner with the screen. And trying for the go-ahead basket. Doesn't go in.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Timeout called by Coach Isillo. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Over that last break, I was able to catch the message that Memphis' coach was giving to his team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Morant drives in.
The speed and athleticism of Morant is a tough combination to guard, which is why he gets fouled.
Both free throws good from Morant.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Driving the lane.
Well, this team has a lot of confidence in Johnson, and he has a lot of confidence in himself.
Now Jackson. Morant outside. Turner. And they turn over the 21st second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
The Nuggets leading by 3. Johnson outside. Outside Davis. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
And when you think of promising young scorers, Trey Johnson has to come to mind quickly. This rookie has major upside in that category.
Now Davis. Anthony Davis, too much size.
This is where Davis excels. The stakes motivate him to play with reckless abandon. Oh, my gracious.
Morant missed on the 3.
That is not the shot they needed there. You got to work it around and get a better look.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's his 4th foul of the contest. And we have a timeout called by Tomas Isillo. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Johnson up top. 6 on the shot clock. A floater. Davis. Oh, what a finish.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he comes up empty, missing both. Memphis with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. So the Nuggets win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean,